All right, let's talk about three tiny little words that cause so much trouble. In, on, and at. I know, they seem simple, but they can be super confusing when you're talking about where things are. But don't you worry, because by the end of this, you're going to be an absolute pro. We're going to make this easy.
So, first things first, let me ask you a question. Where are you right this second? Just think about it. Are you in a room? Maybe you're sitting at a desk or lounging on the sofa. See, those little words you pick actually matter a whole lot, and we're about to find out exactly why. So, what are we even talking about here? Prepositions of place. You can think of them like the GPS pins for our language. That's really all they are. They tell us exactly where something is, giving our sentences a location and making everything clear. Honestly, without them, we'd all be completely lost. Okay, so we're going to tackle this like we're looking at a map. We're starting with the biggest, widest view possible. And for that, we need our first word, in. Think of in as drawing a great big circle around something. The whole idea with in is that you're inside some kind of boundary. It could be a physical space, like a room or a box. It could be a huge geographical area like a country or a city, or even a big outdoor space like a park. If you're contained inside it, you're in it. So here's a classic example. Paris is a massive city, right? She's somewhere inside its city limits, so we say she lives in Paris. Makes sense, yeah? And it works just the same for any city, any country, any neighborhood. And here's a perfect example of an enclosed space. The books are literally contained inside the bag. So naturally, we say they are in the bag. It really is that straightforward. All right, we've got the big general area covered. Now let's zoom in a bit. We're going from being inside a big space to being on a surface. And for this, of course, we need our next word, on. So the key to understanding on is that it's all about contact with a surface. Something's resting on the table, a picture is hanging on the wall, and here's a fun one. You're on the bus. Why? Because you're standing on the floor of the bus. And it's even moved into our digital world, right? We're on the internet or talking on the phone. Here we go, a perfect, crystal clear visual. The cup isn't inside the table. That would be weird. It's just sitting right there on top of its surface. There's contact. It is on the table. So from now on, when you think surface, you think on. Okay, we've gone from the big area down to the surface. Now it's time to get really, really specific. We're zooming in one last time, right to the exact point on our map. This is where AT comes in. This is our X marks the spot. The word for at is precision. It's for a very specific point in space, like at the door or at the bus stop. It's for an exact address. And this is a good one. It's for a place where you do a specific thing, like being at work, at school, or at a party. It's not about the general building. It's about the specific activity or point. This is just a perfect real-world example. I mean, think about it. You're not meeting in the bus stop. It's not a room. And you're definitely not meeting on the bus stop. You're not standing on the roof. You're meeting at that one specific designated point, at the bus stop. See the difference? Okay, you've seen the rules, you've seen how they work. Now it's time to put it all together and really lock it in. We're going to do a quick test, and I'm going to reveal the one simple golden rule that makes this whole thing so easy to remember. Let's just run through these common slip-ups. Why is it I'm in the car? Well, because a car is an enclosed space you get inside of. Why she lives in Paris? Because Paris is a big geographical area. And why we met at the bus stop? You got it, because it's a specific point. It all clicks into place once you see the logic, right?
And here it is, the golden rule. Seriously, if you remember nothing else from this, remember this right here. In is for inside, on is for a surface, and at is for a specific point. That is the core of everything we've talked about.
Now, check this out. This one single sentence brings our entire journey together beautifully. First, the big, general space. I'm in the building. Then we zoom in to the surface, on the second floor, and finally, we nail the exact point, at the corner office. From big to small, from general to specific, in, on, at. It's perfect.
Okay, now it's your turn to make this real. Look around you, right now. Try to build a sentence using all three. Maybe you're in your apartment, on your chair, at your computer. Go on, give it a shot.
And there you have it. You are no longer lost in the world of prepositions. Not at all. You can now talk about your location with total precision and confidence. So I'll leave you with one last question. Now that you can pinpoint your location anywhere in the world, what are you going to describe first?